little bit of stats here for a second, everybody. Okay, let's get started.
Trouble getting a handle on their offense, particularly their quarterback.
Yeah, they did. We did. They got us. That's probably the first time all year somebody's really got us, in a rhythm with what they were doing against us with their offense against our defense. I really felt like they did a great job of executing. I'm looking at the stats right now from Jamar, 25 of 39, passing, and he had a really good ball game. And just executed extremely well. I thought he made some tight passes. I thought early they did a good job of just executing quick game and getting the ball out on the edge and making some good blocking after the passes. I thought they had a good game plan to try to, control us up front a little bit by just getting the quick throws out. And then after they gained a little bit of momentum, momentum was a huge part of the game. Then they started to open up the offense a little bit more with what they did, And so to me, he had a great game. Jamar had a great game. But again, for us, switching back on the other side offensively, if we just perform better and don't have the miscues, right? Again, because we're looking at the 3 fumbles lost right now. We were driving the football and doing some really good things, and those broke the momentum of the game and gave them a ton of momentum on their side. And when you do that to a 6-1 football team, I thought they played like a 6-1 football team when they got a little momentum on their side and really took advantage of the opportunities. But again, if we don't have those errors, the mishandle, bad snap, whatever, I have to see it on film and really judge what it is. We still probably need to control that and not lose the ball for sure. And then the fumble going in were 2 critical mistakes for us that, again, took a game that could have been, pretty close, and a game we really hadn't, really didn't do anything but just have 1 punt in the first half, and the rest of it were just unforced errors, mistakes by us again, and then again giving them the momentum to execute and do what they need to do, and they performed, like I said, like a really good football team tonight offensively. I thought our offense against their defense was holding our own and doing a lot of positive things, except for the big mistakes that we made with the turnovers. So I'll just give it back to questions there.
Offensively, you eliminate those turnovers. It just seems like that first half of football was one of the best offensive performances that you guys have had since you've been here. You just had nothing to show for it.
Nothing to show for it, right? We're down 28-7, Andy, and it's just like, and again, it was those plays like that, a fumble inside the red zone and a snap that when you got a good drive going and it moves you back, but then you lose the football. Those were two things, and they both led to scores. You know what I mean? So they both led to scores for their football team because, again, you can't give a 6-1 team a ton of momentum plays, and that's what we did. And then we're fighting from behind, And then I start throwing it every down just because we need to, to try to win the football game, and that probably made the score open up a little bit more rather than just being conservative and trying to fight and claw back. But we did do a nice job, of again executing some nice things offensively and making some plays, from our receiver position. They had some good numbers there. I thought, Cowing had another long pass, which was good. So I'm seeing the receiver position pick up. And, besides the mistakes, Kai threw the ball well today, and we didn't really try to run him much, today because I was just going to run him in situations when we needed to run him if the game was on the line. And a few times he ran good besides the fumble, the fumble on the quarterback power play, which obviously was really big because that was getting us back to within a score at the time. It was 21-7 after the 1 turnover, and that would have got us back to 21-14. So, again, just, frustrating at times because we gave them too many breaks, and they're just too good of a football team to give them those kind of breaks. And we didn't play well as we can play defensively by any means. We can play better than that, and we have played better than that defensively. And it's going to be important for us to play better, because we'll face the same style of offense next week against North Texas, and very similar type of opponent next week in North Texas. And so we got to shore up what our issues were in the passing game and continue again. We got to pick at the end of the game, and we did get a sack, but we got to continue to strive to get more defensive momentum plays, true momentum plays when the game's on the line. We didn't get any early in the game when the game was on the line, so we got to continue to work towards accomplishing that as well. So, but again, we show some improvements, but until we can just execute and not have the big mistakes, the glaring mistakes, that's what you have to eliminate to get wins now. And as we look at the rest of the season, you got 5 games. Again, you got all very games that we have a chance to be very, very competitive in and hopefully get some good wins down the stretch here if we can just clean up some of the mistakes.
How do you eliminate some of those mistakes and kind of like you said, also in turn try and create some of those opportunities on the defensive side of the football? Because if you do one or the other, I mean, it's a completely different game.
Yeah, I think we probably wanted to be more aggressive offensively or defensively in this game, and then when the momentum got away from us, it kept us from doing that. I think really what we have to do to create the turnovers is just become more aggressive defensively, become more attacking, take some more chances with what we're doing defensively, and that could lead to more dramatic plays from our defensive football team. That's one of the things that we want to work towards doing moving down the stretch here.
You mentioned that the receivers had, pretty good games tonight. What other kind of improvements did you see as a football team as a whole?
I thought our offensive line did some really good things. We didn't try to run the ball much, but when it was runnable situations, I liked the way the offensive line was controlling their defensive line. I think they got a very talented, really talented defensive line. I thought we did some good things in the run game. We just had to get away from it when the lead got away from us. Again, I thought we passed the ball well. I thought Kai did some really good things in the passing game, and our receivers ran by their guys quite a few times. We had some misses on deep balls, so we improved our vertical passing game overall for sure. And then our kickoff return unit was much, much better. I've seen it starting to take shape and do some good things with our KOR, and just we couldn't seem to get it completely rolling. But today we got a lot closer with our kickoff return unit as well, so that was a positive for us too. Besides the net punting, I thought our special teams played pretty well. We rushed the punter one time, almost got to it. So I thought the special teams play was good. The offense played well, and we just gave a really good quarterback too much momentum, and he got rolling. And that was really when you look at the whole tail of the game, the turnovers and letting them get momentum and letting a really good quarterback get on a roll.
Seems like when I saw Justin Rogers come away with that interception, when I saw Cowing come away with the touchdown, you guys are down huge, but they come to the sideline, and you guys got guys rallying around him, all excited for them, cheering each other on. I mean, how have you been able to keep that despite, what it says on the scoreboard? It seems like morale is still high.
Yeah.
Or am I wrong about
No, it's good. I mean, they play with a lot of emotion. They're playing extremely hard. That's the part, that they can control, and that's what I'm so proud of them for. I told them that at halftime. Again, it shouldn't have been a 28-7 game, but I said, I still enjoy watching you guys play. I love the heart that you play with. Let's go out and play with that same heart in the second half and clean up the mistakes. And eventually what's going to happen is if they keep playing with that kind of desire, we're going to start creating the kind of bounces that need to happen for our football team. We're going to win the turnover margin. We're going to have less penalties than the opponent. We're going to get some wins. It's just all got to come together for our guys. But as long as they keep fighting and doing things the way they're doing it, and guys keep improving individually, it'll happen. And the nice thing is, it's not like our stretch run now gets really difficult for us. It gets where if we can do those things, we got a chance to win some ball games, and that's what's exciting right now as we move forward.
Anything else? All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.